Hello everybody, Richard, Adam, and Patrick here with your weekly roundup. We're all in town and together, so good to be doing a weekly roundup, all three of us for once. We're going to start with the news of the week around COVID-19, something that's obviously been at top of mind and in the news cycles for everybody. We've been following very, very closely the news from the CDC, our local government, wherever our employees are based, and we've actually gone ahead and made the decision to close our office. So effective tomorrow, our employees will be supporting our partners remotely. We're set up as an organization to be able to do that. We've got all the technology in place to be able to support our partners wherever we are. For our suppliers that maybe are planning and want to come into the office, obviously we're going to need to reschedule that, but we'll have other ways. We're going to continue to interact with our suppliers and have other things available, ongoing trainings, ways that we'll figure out to be able to interact with our partner and supplier community. As part of these decisions that have been in place, we're actually rescheduling President's Club. We've put everything in place to be able to do that, move that into a November timeframe. All of those announcements will be made to our President's Club winners as we've had to go ahead and move forward with that. We've also rescheduled all of our March events. So all the TICs, all the boot camps, things like that have been pushed and moved into another date. And we're working with our partners and suppliers to announce new dates for that. We're currently working on April events as we look at the events and the timeline of how COVID will spread, working on rescheduling April events so that we can be as prepared for all of that as possible.
Like Richard said, even though our office is closed, our business is certainly open for business because we've been fortunate enough to take the preventative measures of ordering the technology, specifically UCaaS, work at home, and all those type of things, so that we can collaborate and really work as a team remotely. In fact, Roger Blome and I, the EVP of Business Development, just today did a webinar. And if you missed that webinar, we're going to go ahead and email you the link in a newsletter. It will also be available on our LinkedIn page. But what that webinar did is it steps through the different technology steps, basically a roadmap that your customers can use to enable their workforce to work remotely. It's pretty amazing that 80% of people still are on-premise phone systems, and on-premise phone systems create an enormous problem for working at home. UCaaS, it's not only the technology that's constantly updated and getting all these cool features like video conferencing, Teams, and those type of things that allow you to work remote, but it's also just tantamount to having management reporting everything else. Again, this information will be available both on our LinkedIn page as well as in our special COVID-19 newsletter that we're sending out. You're also going to get in that newsletter a copy of the PowerPoint that we did so that you can show this to your customers. The second thing you're going to get is a flyer that you can customize and send to your customers to make sure that they've got that technology roadmap so that you could really be the trusted advisor and bring them that solution. A lot of business owners are feeling stress. We've never worked remote. How do I do this? You're going to bring some clarity to their world, and we're really excited to partner with you and really help you be that trusted advisor that your customers, especially right now, need you to be.
You know, there's still things going on in the industry, actually some pretty big ones. There was an acquisition last week by Serenova that acquired Lifesize, so that's on the customer experience platform, expanding their capability, functionality. That's good for you, because previously we were not able to sell Lifesize, so that's good news for partners. Of course, big launch with Zoom. That was scheduled to be at Channel Partners, which of course canceled, but the launch took place anyway. So Telarus has a contract with Zoom. There are only 3 master agents with contracts. What you must do is register to sell with them. So you've got to go and register. We've got the link on LinkedIn. We can also get it from your support manager when you register.
It'll also be in your newsletter, so check your newsletter for
plenty of places. Because the reason is, when you register, you don't have the option to sell through this master or that master agent. Your registration is specifically tied to a master agency. So we'd love you to sign up with us, register with us, and there's a lot of Zoom being sold right now. Now, I think there are a lot of people being nervous. There are certainly people that are taking this in stride, a lot of other people that are very worried about what's taking place. You know, we went through a downturn back in '08.
Yep.
And for those of you who went through in '08, I think what we found is as the financial market seized up, things kind of ground to a halt, and then they loosened up afterward. And that's really how we view this taking place, is people are seizing up, they're talking about layoffs, they're very concerned. For us as businesses, agents, suppliers, we're going to be just fine. The sun's going to come up tomorrow. The market's going to come back. Being on a recurring revenue cycle is a very good thing. It means stability. It's hard to build and get that momentum, but once you've got it, it's a great thing. But what we found in '08 is that we had an opportunity to reinvest. And that's what we did in the organization. And while we're not taking this situation lightly, we do think that the economics of it, the outcome after a slowdown, which there will be for the next quarter or two, we think is more people looking to you for work at home. That more people are going to find out that they can do this as an organization. They need help from someone like you showing them how remote desktop works, or how all this remote security works. And there are so many different questions to be answered as a business, but we believe for you it will create an opportunity. So don't lose hope. Don't be too concerned. Take care of your loved ones, but we're going to keep marching on, and as we always do, we're going to keep investing. Thank you so much for your partnership. Thank you so much for working with us. We'll talk to you soon.